and action. Wanna see me make $2? Hey, you wanna see me make $2? You wanna see it? You want me to show you? Show you. I'll show you how I make $2. Easy as $2. It's really simple. Do you want me to show you? Yeah, you. Do you want me to show you how I make $2? And then you can do it too. It's like a minute to set it up. Like nothing more than a typical registration. All right, fine. Fine. You want to see it? All right, I'll show you. Click on this. There's a link there. Somebody start a timer if you want. So this doesn't take very long at all. These hotkeys. That's my secret. Don't tell nobody. Boom. I'm not a robot, yo. I might be. Alright. All that says is they sent me an email. So I open up my email. You see that? Yeah, we got a code. Okay. Just take this code. Boom. Now you ain't gonna be able to paste it up in here. Let me open up the form now. You ain't gonna be able to paste it. They don't let you paste. Alright, the paste is disabled, control V is disabled. You can't do that. So you can either just type it, and that really doesn't take that freaking long either. Alright, nobody stalk me now just because you know where I live. I mean, door's open. Don't bring the boobs though. Bring the smoke. No, I'm just kidding. Or am. You'll never know. Alright. Like it's like the fucking wheel on The Price is Right. Just go down there. Username, that's in your profile. I never changed mine, so I have just their generic VW6CG. I've just memorized it at this point. Alright, there's that code that they sent you in the email. You just type it out, or you can hotkey it. I'm just gonna show you the way that you're probably gonna do it, because you probably said, what the fuck is a hotkey, Drew? And the answer is yes. Alright, well this is a hotkey. Yeah. Alright, you ready? You ready for another hotkey? Yeah. And look, I don't want to receive, and I have read, and I'm still not a robot. Little spinny thing. Submit. Congratulations. I just made $2. Like, so what's the big deal? Well, you ever heard a lot of littles make a large? This is one piece. This is one little in the large. I currently have about, it's 60 something, 62, 64, I don't know. It changes every day. That I have either found were legit, they fit into this whole, the spirit of this, let me just do barely anything and get, you know, money credited to my account. That's the point. I didn't pay anything, and they paid me for that. So yeah, there's like 60 something of these that I've either decided, or I'm just gonna do that one every day. Well, I do them all every day. I've just got them categorized. Like, if value. And the first 4, I picked out 4 people so that I can be very detail oriented when I'm training them and not just talking vague, like click by click if they want it and they won't need it. Then that's the part that really has been kind of making it hard because it's so simple. Does that make sense? It's hard to explain because of how simple it is. Why am I still on here? Where the fuck did it go? Yeah, sure. And then this is over here. My knee hurts. Okay, let's see. Level 7. Talking about level 7 now. Obviously there's 7 levels, so we'll start with level 1. The whole point of level 1 is to start with nothing. Literally nothing. Like, do not even break out your credit card. Like, don't, if you feel that you're on something or you've gone somewhere and it's like, now give me your money, that's not part of this. Like, there's none of that. Don't do that. Don't give me your money. Because one of the core pillars of this level 1 is this is foundational training, and you never use your own money. And I will walk you through this step by step if I have to. There's going to be a lot of what? I'll be like, yup. And that's fine. I'm down. Because I know it works. And I know anyone can do it. Well, I mean, with the artificial limitations put on by, the government, but, if you're in one of the states that they let you do it in, and I happen to be, this shit works. So what we do is every day there is this collection of their online casinos that, alright, so the laws are stupid, right? You can't actually gamble online for whatever fucking reason. Okay, so with real money, you can't gamble with real money. But you can gamble with their version of real money that is exactly the same denomination. It's 1-to-1. So you play one of their dollars, and then if you win 5 of their dollars, you take their $5, and you're like, can I get 5 real dollars for these 5 fake dollars? And they're like, yeah. And we leverage that to get those original fake dollars. They just hand those out. They give them away. They literally just hand them out every day. Take it. Here. So collect some of that every day. And it compounds and it builds up. Not fast, but it's not about the one side either. It's the collective that we have. And it's such a wide net, and it's so quick for each one that it's it would hardly be a strain on your time. And if it is, then you can put a limitation on that too. Like if you want to do 10, you can do 10. You want to do 50, you can do 50. You want to do 100, go find them, because I haven't found 100 yet. But that's the point. It's scalable too. And so with level 1, it's foundational to teach you what the hell this is all about. And I'm not going to throw 60 sites at you and be like, just go collect it. Okay? So level 1, baseline, you're fresh into it, so I'm going to teach you a lot. It's so worth it though, and it's quick. I think the first payday is on day 25, where that's when you graduate level 1. It's day 25 because you get your first payout, and there's never a pay in. First 25 days, you learn a lot. It's not like a boot camp or anything, nothing that severe. But I start you off with 4 sites that I've handpicked because those are like, it's common layouts, good daily redemptions. I've just vetted them, and they, checked all the boxes of like the 60. Those were the 4 that I felt that if I showed you how to use these 4, you could pick up the rest. Like when you hopped on a new site and added it to your daily routine, like you'd be familiar with the layout, because like you'll see there's not a lot of creativity in their layouts. But sometimes they hide stuff, and I don't want. Most of these places are 100% legit, and they won't act stupid, I mean, there are outliers though. Why do you have to go in that way? Like, it's always that way, and that's why I don't want you in, because you always try to go in that motherfucker, man. Try to do something fucking different. Why don't you go in there? Always being bad. Alright, so yeah, pick these 4 because they're the common layouts that you can get used to. Good daily payouts. In fact, one of them was picked just because of how good they pay out, how quick they pay out. That's where the one I'm talking about when I say you'll cash out on day 25. Because when you sign up for each of these sites, they give you a welcome bonus. One of the sites is, just 2. One of the sites is like 7. The other one's 3, or I don't even. But it's we're trying to build up these totals of free daily. They call it SC. Anyway, so they give us the free daily SC, and we're just gonna build that up until it becomes enough to withdraw for each one of these. And there is a process that I haven't settled on the exact terminology, it's I usually just call it conversion. It's the conversion process where you're converting it from your money or their money to yours, not yours to theirs. Don't ever give them any money. Well, not in level 1. Level 1, you're not allowed to spend money. So, the site that allows this level 1 to be graduated from on day 25, their welcome bonus is like $25. And they're a very legit site. They own a freaking NASCAR team, so they don't want that dumb, experience for people. So they give you $25 just to open the account. That's it. And then every day they give you $1. And this particular site, and it's the only one that I found, so don't get too excited. This is a unicorn. They don't make you do a conversion. They let you withdraw as soon as you got that minimum withdrawal amount, which is $50. So that's why I'm saying day 25 you make $50, because they give you 25 and then you collect $1 for 25 days. That's $50. And their payout, I want to say, I like requested in the morning. I didn't check until the next morning, but I could have gotten it the same day that I asked for it. Some of these places aren't. And they pride themselves on it too. Like, we'll get your money quick. So I'm like, okay. So that first site, after 25 days, was at 50, and you make your withdrawal. Now we still got these other 3 sites, right? And you've been collecting those daily amounts, and so those are starting to build up and compound. Now Zula is one of these 4 sites. They also give you $5 a day. So by day 25, you'll have at least 25 in whatever their sign-on thing was. Zula might have been the $2 one, but there may be an added incentive because you'll be using a referral link. I never really looked into the referral thing. I don't care if you use my links either. That's not even equated into any of the math I've ever done. So yeah, you're collecting, by then you'll have $25 on Zula, plus whatever the gift is they gave you to start. And Zula be popping up sometimes like, hey, here's the book. You gotta check your emails. Like, you ain't even really gotta check it. You can open up one of these AIs and have your email open on another screen. Be like, hey, can you find this in my email? If there's anybody giving out free SC or free spins or whatever. They'll just be like, yeah, the Zula just said, click here for 2 free SC. And that's literally all you do. You just click it and freaking pops up. You're like, collect. I got like 100 videos of me doing it. If you really want to see it, I'm gonna make a montage of all the things that I've collected of the wins and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. There's a lot. There's a folder called success. There's a lot in there. A lot of success in there. Okay, so the point is day 25. You got a redemption, and you've got 25 days worth of growth into those other 3. But you still need to learn conversion before you graduate. And what we're doing with conversion is we are going to do, call it a playthrough, rollover. There's a couple different terms for it, but you have to take the money they gave you and wager it one time. So they give you $1, you gotta wager $1. Okay? We're not gambling, though. I'm not a gambler. I have found, personally, this is something I do. This isn't something like I read about and I'm just regurgitating something somebody else said. No, I took the time and I found a method to make at least 90 cents on the dollar. And I'm saying that 100% transparently that 90% is extremely low. You will be more towards the 96, 97, if not 100 plus. But I am not going to promise that. That's why I'm just going to stick with 90. I am going to under promise your results, because I know you're going to exceed them. But you don't. You know what I mean? So if you think about, okay, so 90% of everything that I collect for free every day is going to end up in my pocket. I just have to click it enough times over the course of however many days. And say it's $1 a day, and the minimum withdrawal is $50. So that's like every 50 days. We'll do some math. That's 7 weeks. Every 7 weeks, you get $50. Doesn't sound like a lot. Which is one of these sites. That's why there's so many. Because to collect this daily reward, I could go the long way and it still not take more than a couple seconds. Open a browser, log in, click on the thing where they keep the daily reward, click collect. Like, I was stalling and stuttering and really trying to drag it out, and that only took like 10 seconds. And you know you'd be clicking quicker than you'd be talking. So I mean, if that took 10 seconds, you could do 5 or 6 sites a minute. That's really dragging ass too. And each one of those sites gives you $50 every 7 weeks, or 100 every 14. I ain't even talk about their gift cards. You don't want cash, they got even extra bonus stuff if you go with the gift cards. They all the time have like 20% bonus on like DoorDash gift cards. Like, if you're gonna use the money that you get anyways on DoorDash, just get a freaking DoorDash gift card. Now you've turned that, even if it was 90% of what you collected that got converted, now you just got 20% more. I mean, it's not 120% or 110%. That's just not how math works, but I'm not going to do the math. It's a little less than 110. It's probably like 108 if I just had to guess, because I don't even know, and I'm not even trying to think about it. I think it's 108. I'm just going to roll down to the top. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast up. I've made over like $2,000 just doing it. That's level 2 though. Everybody's gonna make the same in level 1. Everybody's gonna make that $50, and by then they'll know how to do the conversion, and that's the graduation criteria for level 1. So everyone's going to graduate with their first $50 cash out, knowing how to do the conversions. And that's when they get access to the master list. And they're going to have access to it before. If they want to just go ahead and jump the gun, I mean, whatever. I mean, this is all just made up bullshit anyways, right? Graduating and level 1, level 2, whatever. It's just the organizational way to share it. That people in my head, this is how I want to explain it. So, yeah, as soon as you've collected that first 50, you understand conversions. Now you can open up the vault. I think it got coined, nicknamed. But on top of now, you just have more and more sites. You got your first $50 collection. Now I'm going to show you how to dramatically accelerate in addition to the collection of the dailies. Now in the first 25 days, the first 25 seconds, you're gonna just get bombarded with newcomer offer, welcome offer. This is the best offer that they're ever gonna make you, but they're gonna make it to you repeatedly. So it's not typically a one and done thing. And I mean, we're going for longevity with this stuff anyway, so it'll come back around. But it's gonna stick around until it doesn't. They don't leave. All right, so don't worry about them going away. They're going to offer to give you the most common first offers I see are 25 SC for $10. And right there, that's 2.5 times your money immediately. If you were to hand me a $10 bill and I handed you back a 20 and a 5, that's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. But the 25 is SC. It isn't cash. But again, remember, we have this conversion that's at least 90%. At least 90%. At most 90%. But anyways, you're going to get at least 90% of that $25 that you spend $10 on. So it's a $15 profit. And if you're going to get 90% of 25, what is that, $24? And you spent 10, so you're up 14. Worst case scenario, you spend, I did the math wrong. I did math way wrong. If you have 25, 10% or 90% of that is $22.50. And if you spend 10, then it's $12.50. $12.50 is the worst you will do. You will double your money with an extra $2.50 at the worst, in just as long as it takes for the transaction to go through and come back. That is the level 2 accelerator. It just, so say you're on, what's the other side I didn't mention that we start with? I think it's Mega Bonanza. It's one of those where it's the Mega, is it McLuck? I think it's like the McLuck one. Okay, so you've been collecting your dailies for those first 25 days, and one of these sites, I won't say it's the McLuck one, you might only be up to like $10 or something. It's a slower one, But I think they got a big bonus on day 28. But anyways, that one it's slower. It's not $1 a day. $1 a days aren't, and they're I know where they're at, but they're just not, you know, like the most of them. But I know where the ones are. I've got quite a bit, but I'll share it with you. Okay, so yeah, let's just say you got $10 on McLuck. Well, actually, I think they got a pretty good welcome bonus. Let's say 15. Let's say you got 15 on McLuck, and they give you this offer of, hey, give us $10, we'll give you 25. Okay. So you do that on McLuck. Now your balance is not 15. It's 40, and you're that much closer to being able to cash out. And so you see how you took that $10 from the $50 that you got from day 25's first cash out. You didn't spend your own money. You didn't even spend your own money, and you made more money. You got $40 on that side. You got Zula over there cranking out, like, I think that one's well past 30 at that point. So it's not that far from cashing out. You haven't spent a dime on anything except that one $10 package at this point. And you've got 2 of the 3 not too far from being able to be cashed out. That'd be a lot more helpful if I knew which 4 instead of just talking so vague. That'd be helpful. Alright, so level 1 consists of, I know for a fact, what I say, Zula, Steak. Which one did we pick? It wasn't, I want McLuck. And then we needed one more, and I think we picked, I know we talked about this and I can't remember. I want to say it's like sweet. Is it sweet? Sweet sweeps? Sweet sweet? Sweet, 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 sweet. Sweet, sweet. Sweet sweeps. Sweet. Yes, it was sweet sweeps because of their level 3. Yes, yes. Clicky, clicky, clicky. Okay, level 1. These are all gonna change. Man, I only kept 1. Okay, so we said Zula, Steak, McLuck, Sweet, Sweeps. Boom. Those are the 4 for level 1. Did I do shit? I need to stop. I don't need to do that. Okay. Steak, McLuck, yeah. Thought I said it wrong. It's called McLuck. Sweet Sweeps, Zula. So what was the scenario? On day 25, you have cashed out simulator for this too. Like I programmed a fucking simulator. Now I'm over here on Excel that just got all fucked up. Maybe not. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna pretend these numbers are real. Okay. So what did we set? Why can't I fucking scroll left and right on this motherfucker? I wanna go this way. Alright, day 20. Oh, you know what? This doesn't factor in the sign-on bonus. So we're gonna do some math on the fly here. We said day 25, you hit 50 and you cash out with stake. So your big luck balance, well, this is simulated. I don't know the real numbers anymore. I promise you I had them, and yeah, I'm not sure where they're at, and it's not worth looking for because this is all training anyways. And it's pretty close to accurate. There's not too much variance around these things. Like there's a, if you know, you know. You know? You know. Anyway, they make luck is close to 30, and then you buy that 25 for 10. Now that one's at 55. Wait, 30 plus 25 is 55. So yeah, now you're at 55. And you can go ahead and cash that one out. So you took $10 from the $50 that you cashed out, and you bought 25, which sent you over that withdrawal amount, and so you took out 55. So now you've still got that other 40 sitting there. So now you've got $95 sitting in your bank account. That you started with zero, you know what I mean? Like, this is... At no point do I tell you spend your own money, right? We wait until you collect their money first before you start spending, because foundational, fundamental. Don't take long to learn. I'm not asking for a long time. I'm not even gonna hold you back. This is the way I designed it. Do it at your own pace, but I just want to make sure that it's not going to be something that you're like, well, you didn't tell me that. Like, I don't know. Man, I fucked around and found out how to make a couple grand. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to share it. Because I know, like, the hardest thing to do online is make money sometimes. And this was just, I was doing it, not even realizing it. And then, like, it got to be a point. I think it probably had to have been around, you know, the first month of me doing it with it was just a couple sites. Like there's a reason that I limited it so low to start, because that's it came from when I was doing the sports arbitrage stuff, because a couple of the sites that I use in level 7 are dual. You can do sports betting, and they have a sweeps casino. So what I noticed is that's where they were giving the daily gifts. And I had this routine that I would do because I did like betting on my teams. But I didn't want to use my own money to do it because it was just entertainment purposes only. And there was these sites that were, you know, here's a buck. Here's a buck. I'm like, hey, these are starting to add up. And then I would, you know, put it down on the sports thing, and we hit or it went ahead, and it just started growing to the point where like I could actually make a withdrawal, and I realized like, hey, I never like paid for any of this stuff that I've been betting, and it just started growing. I'm like, but, and the sports site that I was using, that was also the sweeps casino, was called Sport Zeno. Pretty clever. I was like sports and casino, but with a Z, Sport Zeno. And just doing my due diligence with my ADHD ass. If you look at the bottom of their site, they have the logos for all these other sites that they're, brother or sister of and stuff, and there's like 6 of them. So a little light bulb went off in my head. It's like, well, if they give out free Sports Zeno's like $7 a week, so it's about $1 a day, and they give you multipliers and stuff. But so I thought, like, if that's what they're doing on this site, I wonder what they're doing on the other sites. So I went and checked them out. They're doing the same thing, and one of them, Zula, was giving out a whole $1 a day. It's like, holy crap, okay. So I started expanding and finding more of these sweep sites. Before I knew it, like, I had a big old collection, and like I ran some of the math, and I was like collectively across all of these sites, like not redeemable amounts, but like I was looking at like hundreds of dollars, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like almost into the thousands, like that many hundreds. And I mean, but at that point, like, I had my ears pinned back. Like I'm getting this. I'm the carrot dangled. And that's when I started figuring out the conversion for each of these sites, because the money they give you is not redeemable without that playthrough. So I did the playthrough, and that's when I started learning about RTP percentages. That's that 90% that I keep talking about. It's return to player. And some of these sites, they be very proud of their RTP, their return to player amounts. Some are like, we got 97% on this game, 96% on this game. And guess which games I'm gonna direct you to play on these sites? If I say 90% is a low number, you're gonna do better than 90, but I'm not ever gonna say more than a 90. Like I said, I'm gonna under promise the shit out of this, because I know it's gonna exceed, whatever anybody's expecting. And then after realizing that I had been collecting these daily balances enough to a point where I could withdraw, and realizing I had never even paid nothing to get to the point where I could withdraw real money, and then I noticed the packages, and they won't let you not notice them, and it fell into place, right? Like, duh, I should be immediately doubling or tripling my money immediately, then doing the conversion and making that double, triple mine. It really does accelerate it. And the fact that you're not using your own money, it's wild. It is wild how fast it grows. I almost made $1,000 last month. I have my bank account that I only use for this. Withdrawals and deposits. They all come out of here. Everything. Transparent as fuck, I'm telling you. I will show anybody. I will open the books. You will see all the withdrawals and you will see all the deposits. And you will see the balance. And you will see where I started at 0. And the first transaction is a deposit. It's actually 2 deposits. I got 2 $50 deposits. You know, but I didn't start the way I'm telling you to start. I was learning. But that's when the light bulb went off. That this is really gonna work. And then I started spending their money to buy more of their money to make it my money. It's only their money when I give it back to them. Then they give me more. And then I take more. And more and more and more and more. Okay. And level 3 is the AMOE. This is probably the thing you've heard about while we were doing the arbitrage thing, the writing the letter, the postcard, and getting the money. Guess what I've been up to? That takes a while, but it works. It really does. Then again, I've got the proof. I did it. I did it. I have even made up templates for each site to make sure that you do exactly what they want, how they want. It's really not that hard. I have so AMOE, let me explain AMOE. That stands for alternate means of entry. By law, like we were talking about earlier, you're not allowed to gamble with real money online, right? But it's not real money, so they are legally required to allow anybody to play on their casino for free because it's not real money. So that's why you get the stuff at the sign-on and the dailies. That's part of the law, that's the way that they're fulfilling the legal obligation that they have to make it so anybody can play for free. They give you something to play with, so it's free. This AMOE, alternate means of entry, is exactly the same. It is just okay, so they'll give you like 5 SC for mailing them a postcard. They're all handwritten in either black or blue ink, and it's all laid out in each one of these quick 1-pagers for each of the AMOE sites. AMO. Basically just a normal way to address an envelope. Your return address, they'll probably make you write some like sweepstakes, cash, credit, and then their address. That's all the envelope is. It's just gotta be handwritten. And then 4x6 piece of paper, postcard. I think I bought 1,000 for $7. And then they give you the exact sequence and the exact order and the color, and it has to be handwritten, and I put the code here. It sounds way worse than it is, trust me. This is what it ends up looking like. This would be the envelope, right? That's it. See, just the return and then their address. And then on the little 6x4 little postcard, look, I've even got a little station set up with my envelopes, and I just give me one, please, thank you. I'll give me this, and my stamps are hanging over here. Anyways, all right. So this is all you write on all these postcards. Like you see all these. These are, each one of these is a site that I'd be sending these postcards to. My running tally right now of the value of all the postcards, should they, all, they hit my account over all these different sites, is like $700. And that was me sending out the last 2 weeks of February. And we're into the second week of March now, so they start hitting usually after, it's between like 30 and 45 days. So we're getting into the point on the calendar where I've got that $600-700 in ammo money potentially about to just spray and pray freaking money all over. It's just, it's everywhere. And this is what you write on the card. They're gonna ask you for your name, your email, your return address, and a code. And I have a link, hyperlink to where you get the code and the instructions of where to get the code, because you don't need to read the instructions of how to do what you need to do after you get the code, because it's right here. I already did that like freaking 50 times. Alright, yeah, and then you just write this paragraph. And they all sound exactly the freaking same, but you gotta make sure that you do it with the right letters capitalized and the punctuation. That's the annoying part, but you get quick at it. Like when I go and pick up my daughter on Wednesdays, I get to the school early with just you saw this little setup I've got. It's just a freaking clipboard with my templates and some envelopes and cards. And I go there early on purpose, and I just kind of hang out with myself and do some ammo. And I have gotten codes from all these sites in advance. So like when I put the stamp on it, goes into the mailbox immediately. I've got a tracker, like I said, this is $700 across however many sites there are right there. They're not all $5 a pop. Most of them are 4 and 5 though. I won't do 3 unless it's a site that I really like, because the cost of the stamp. I will not make any of these moves unless it's a minimum doubling my money. I will not buy a package that is not 2x. I don't care if it's like $10 will give you 18 SC and 50 free spins. I don't fucking want your free spins. Free spins are not money, okay? And I think about it very unemotionally, very binary, like, is it or is it not? And if it is not, I'm not spending, like, it doesn't meet the requirement, not doing it. And it's discipline, but I mean, 20 freaking years of the Army, take something away, I guess. That's level 3, and the only reason it's not part of level 2 is because it's more work. You know, it's not just clicking. And so I wanted it to be by itself. Because if you put those 3 things together, I mean, you'll see give me 30 days from today. Today is the 11th. Like late at night. So 12th of March, we call it the 12th of April. And let's use the only metric that matters. The balance in the bank account. So we're gonna pull this shit up live. I'm not gonna screen record that if you don't mind. Logging onto my bank. Bank, 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 bank. Okay, here is my account. The balance as of this exact moment started at 0. $864.33. April. We're gonna reconvene. See what that balance is. With me doing what I'm doing. No fluff. No fucking switcheroo. No. What's this over here? You're gonna see every dime, where it went, where it came from. I'll open up each site. So from my February, when February was finished, I ended with a balance of $951. So I've reinvested $90. But before the cash out, because I waited till the end of February on purpose. Like I wasn't going to take any cash outs all month was the point. So prior to the balances were on, I forget what I'm trying to say. The balance now is 864. The balances as of and that was the end of March, or the end of February, so the end of January, the totals were the same. That don't sound right. There's no way I spent as much as I made. Oh, you know what? I haven't received all my February payments yet. And this is part of the vetting process that I'm doing. I have run into a scenario where the casino is acting like a jackass. And they canceled my redemption. Twice. So yeah, like that's the kind of stuff that I'm like share with people too. Like, hey, this one does this, and if I find out how to, prevent it, what steps to take to, if it does happen to you, like I'm looking into all that kind of stuff. So right now I'm in the middle of figuring that out with them. They owe me $200 and they keep canceling my redemption. They email me like, hey, we need you to verify your card on file. Then I go into the site, like they're like, use this link, and I'm like, I'm not using your link. I go into the site to do the redemption or the verification, and it's like pop-up says you've already verified. And so that was my reply, a screenshot. Like, I don't think I even said anything. I just sent them the screenshot. It was like, you've already been verified. And then you just start getting like auto responses. It's not, I don't think it's a person. I think it's the way that they have set up their business model. That's part of the vetting process, though. Like I said, I will get the money eventually. I promise you that. I think so. There's 200, and I think I'm still waiting on a $100 payment too. Now sometimes I freaking put the wrong account in there, and sometimes it hits my personal account when I meant for it to hit the business account. Doesn't look like that's the case here though. And then I'll correct it. I'll put the money that hit my personal account, I'll make that deposit into the business account, and I'll annotate it accordingly. But I don't ever use my personal card at these sites because I have this whole account just for that. And then if it gets compromised, it's not my money. I mean, it's my money now. The McDonald's twice in the same day? Oh, that was for Brooke the first time. I be doing that a lot now. Getting Brooke her stuff separate from ours because she's on a completely different schedule. But I still feel like I should feed her. Okay. So, the challenge. Should you choose to accept it? I'll let you know if that $200 comes in. We don't even gotta count that if you don't want it. If anything, we'll just count it as the prior total that I'm trying to be better than. So if we'll call it $864.33. And then starting March 12th, I'll redeem. I'll do my process. Like I'm not even I don't have to try harder. Like I'll just do what I've been doing, and in 30 days' time, 12th April, we'll relook at that balance and see what's up with what's up. But I mean, the fact it's damn near $1,000 and I ain't done none of that was mine to start. That says something, because this is where this has all been leading up to. I've talked about level 1, level 2, level 3, but I called this thing level 7, right? 3 is as far as I go. I'm handing them off to you at level 4. Because by that point, they'll be in a situation like this, they built up some capital. They're gonna need an opportunity. And I know a guy. So this is what it was been leading up to. Like, I want to give people the ability to take nothing, show them how to make enough to do something, and if they choose to listen to me, one of the things I'm going to ask them to do is to join the community. Not my community, your community. And I don't mean that like I'm trying to take over your community, because everything that I'm gonna do is gonna get automated. I have so many back-end automations, either completed or almost done. It's gonna be wild. Like, there's a whole dashboard. Like, it auto calculates all your balances, like for each site, what's redeemable, what's not, what the best game is to play on there, what your RTP really. It gets getting out of control. Let you select whatever casinos you're actually using, and then there's all these presets and updating things automatic. It's probably too much, but it sure does look cool. You know, I didn't want to do the old, switcheroo thing too, where like after they're done learning what I was trying to teach them, being like, oh yeah, now you gotta go talk to JD. You want to talk to me, you're gonna have to do it through the community. That's where they need to end up, because they're gonna I've always loved taking excuses from people. I don't mean them telling them to me taking them like that, but making them bullshit. Like, don't tell me you ain't got $1,000 when I'm showing you that you could. So it's not that you don't have it, it's that you don't want it. And if I can show you how to get $1,000, JD can show you how to take that 1,000 and do some shit. We all gonna eat. And be honest with you, the level 1, level 2, level 3, all the way up to. So yeah, I mean the only benefit that I would receive would be like the referral, because they use my referral link. That's it. Like, I'm not sponsored by these casinos or nothing like that. So, and like I said it at one point, none of that's even factored into this. And another thing that's not factored in is going into their Facebook or doing the AI scrub of the emails, like that's not factored in. You could do the same thing with the social media. Like it's as simple as plugging in the you just open a tab, be like, hey, look for this. It'll find it if it's there. Just that quick. Like none of that is taken into account, and especially around a holiday. I'm like, it ain't even gotta be a real holiday, like Groundhog Day or some shit. They like to just have free money just popping up. And you're logging in every day anyways at this point. Like I've got a collection of those pop-ups. Hey, just because. One of them was $25. And I've got the screenshots and everything. It's never less than, it's usually a solid whole number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just free. Just for clicking on the email that says, hey, want some free money? Click on this. End up in your account. Pop up says collect. Freaking watch your balance go up 5. The rule of 90, $4.50 that's going in your pocket. Income Academy or whatever it's going to be spun off into. Terrible marketing. Imperfect millionaires. What is it? The Abs Man. I'll see how Frank's doing. What else about level 7 needs to be mentioned? Oh, there's a GPT in the works with like everything that I've talked about here, but like 3 more levels deep. Like when I talk about the templates for the AMO money, like all those templates will be in the GPT. It references the live terms and conditions page. It'll know exactly what is required for each site's AMO, where to get the code from, what color to use the ink, as well as each site's most beneficial conversion, the highest RTP. The AI is going to know that. It's going to know all the terminology. It's going to have the most up-to-date list as I'm vetting them and pushing them in there. And that's another thing where the community is going to house the hard copies of these PDF guides that I've already created. The how-to step by step, and like how much hand-holding do you need kind of way of click here, click here, click here if you need me to do it. Or I'll be vague and be like, register at this site. Make sure you do your KYC. Log in every day and collect your bonus. Let me know when it gets to 50. Love you, bye. Like, there's really as much interaction as there really doesn't need to be any. At no point do you ever have to interact with a person. It just seems to be my life goal at this point. So, I mean, I've got the library of back-end information and screenshots and so much crap that I've gathered and compiled and scrubbed to make sure it's factual. That it's easy to be confident when you know what the fuck you're doing, you know, and you know it works, and you know you're not full of shit, and I know I don't have to like lean on something more and not have to like talk about, like, there's nothing that I want to discuss about, you know, like there's nothing that needs to be hidden. Like the worst thing is what I'm going through now with the place now, you know, making it hard for me to get my $200. But I mean, because I've already built up that account to nearly 100, and all I'm doing with this account is business. It's not like the money it doesn't feel personal. It's not like, hey, Billy ain't gonna give me my $200. It's like there's a transaction that needs to happen. And it's gonna happen. I mean, it's just the when at this point. How many hoops are they gonna try to make me jump through? I'm really, honestly, I'm like being non-confrontational with them, and it's a lot less stressful than when I had to do it with the other site when I was doing arbitrage. Multiple of them did not want to give me my money. This is not like that at all. This one outlier has been the only time this has happened, anything like that. The next worst thing would be it took 3 days for the redemption to hit the account. Like, it's seriously like not an issue. And I keep tabs on all this shit. I know the day I requested a withdrawal. I know the day I hit my account for each one of these. And I'll open up the books. I think there's like 20 tabs on my tracker right now of the things that I've been keeping track of. Which I'm automating. Of course, right? I am going to figure out where that line is, where the automation becomes a violation of their terms. Then I'm gonna take like 1/2 step backwards and live there. I'm off to a good start. Did you know that hotkeys don't look like anything other than you? They don't leave a signature like a bot or a Python script. They know you have them. But that's an important thing to distinguish too. Like, no, I know what I'm talking about. That's why it's taking so long to talk about it, because I wanted to know what I was talking about. I didn't want to talk theory. I wanted to be able to show proof.